UFOs. What is a UFO? Are aliens really out there abducting people to put probes in their butt for what they insisted was just science? What kind of data would that even give you? And why did I get banned from my university's lab and have to attend a harassment sensitivity seminar for trying to find out? Is this not supposed to be a place of learning? Someone's hiding the truth, and I crave answers. Recently, former President Obama said some interesting things on TV. In his words,
when it comes to aliens, there's some things I just can't tell you. What is true, and I'm actually being serious here, is that there's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are. We can't explain how they move, their trajectory. They did not have an easily explainable pattern.
This came after the Navy released a video of a confirmed UFO flying in a strange pattern and then disappearing into the ocean. Multiple of these videos have been declassified in recent times, and it seems like now we actually have confirmed evidence of unexplainable aerial phenomena. Keep in mind, UFO stands for unidentified flying object. This term is most often associated with aliens because we have no other ideas what made these or where they could be coming from. When they say they confirmed a UFO, all that means is they have no scientific explanation for what it is. This does not mean that the government is claiming that this is an alien ship. UFO refers to basically anything flying around in the sky that is not an animal or a known machine invented by mankind or some other flying thing that we know about. Now, if these aren't aliens, you're asking, what might they be? I think that while unlikely, it's possible we got some super geniuses out there messing with aerodynamics in unfounded ways. I mean, elongated muskrat does that to get rid of his morning wood. My first suspicion was that this was E-Boy pulling another funny like he did with Dogecoin, but he likes to brag on Twitter when he sends things to the moon. That's the scienciest human currently alive that I know about, and humans are the smartest thing native to this planet that I know about. Anyone's guess is as good as mine, but unfortunately there is a decent chance that we will discover what makes this phenomena happen, and it won't be aliens. But that would make me very sad, and I will never be ready to accept that reality. I'm not saying it's not aliens, but I'm also not saying it's not aliens, nor am I saying that it's not it. While some of you might be ecstatic to hear the news of a UFO and potential evidence of aliens, don't get me wrong, I am as well. This could actually be catastrophic news. Hypothetical. Let's say aliens communicate by meat spinning. First of all, don't Google that. And second of all, should we talk to them? Now, before you go DMing any ironic, erotic minion memes, there's multiple very sound arguments to why you shouldn't send it. Hey, remember back in the day when Christopher Columbus was considered a cool dude and we got a day off school for it? And nowadays, I know that the school lied to my fragile young Play-Doh brain, and he showed up and killed everybody that was there first because he wanted their resources and they didn't have enough technology to stop them. Well, in this scenario, the aliens are Christopher Columbi and Earthlings are the Native Americans. If that's the case, then we'll just end up as a species stereotype mascot for an intergalactic tentacle ball team, and humanity's true extinction story won't be told in alien kindergarten for like millions of years, and I'm not about that. Some people think aliens are here, and some people think they aren't. Whether or not you believe they exist in the first place is up to you, but what I and most respected scientists studying related topics believe is that it would be almost impossible for life not to exist somewhere else in the universe at some point in time. You humans really think you're that special? Get over yourself. This is the cause of the famous Fermi Paradox. I'm gonna simplify this so I don't bore the crap out of you and infect you with nerd AIDS, but basically, there are hundreds of billions of galaxies with possibly thousands of billions of stars and trillions of planets, many of which scientists think could be habitable for alien life. Because the universe is so big and you can find the same building blocks basically everywhere, it would make mathematical sense that life on other planets would actually be incredibly common. Let me make an example. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, has 400 billion stars and 20 billion sun-like stars. Roughly 1/5 of these have an Earth-sized planet at the right distance to have habitable temperatures. If only 1% of the possible habitable planets had life, there would be 10 million planets with life in the Milky Way galaxy. This begs the question, if the universe is so old and there were so many chances and so much time for life to come into creation and become complex enough to develop communication technology, why haven't they called? Do they not like me? One reason we haven't found them is maybe we aren't able to directly communicate with them. Whatever is out there probably communicates with something that's different, less complex or more complex, depending on where the species is tech-wise. This creates a very small time window for us to try and contact said society. We still communicate pretty frequently with radio waves. Let's say you chose to live in a cave because you got scared scared of Y2K because you're stupid, and now the only technology you own is a telegram. Jump to the modern day, and no one knows how to use a goddamn telegram, much less what it is in the first place. Because no one is responding, you may think the world is now completely devoid of life because the computers set off all the nukes in a prank gone wrong. But while you're planning a worldwide cave funeral, everybody's out there being alive and sending pictures of their giblets with Snapchat because that's the new cool way to communicate. If an alien species was powerful enough to harness the power of an entire star, why would they communicate with the same type of waves that you just listened to 6ix9ine through if they could be sending the sci-fi equivalent of nudes through the sci-fi equivalent of Snapchat? Think, amoeba! Another theory that could solve this paradox is the Great Filter Theory. This theory states that there are barriers that are very hard for life to overcome. Some think that there are filters and we are one of the first civilizations to have passed them. For example, what if most of life never becomes complex? Or it's really hard to become multicellular? Or maybe there is a god and humans were first and he realized his horrible mistake and went back to his day job. It's also possible that the universe was more hostile a few billion years ago, and it's just recently developed habitable places. This would mean that we're one of the first civilizations out there. The scariest solution to the paradox is that the filter is ahead. For example, maybe upon discovering a volatile energy source, we realize its destructive potential a bit too late. Or maybe any aliens were scornful chodes that warmed their globes despite warns of explode. I know I just said that the last one was the scariest one, but the other solution of maybe we're alone hits different. It's not like the traditional horror of a terrifying demise of having our oceans sucked up and our atmosphere instantly vaporized like the other one, but it's more like a Junji Ito cosmic horror-esque vibe. Just a big empty void. We could be alone, but for some reason I don't think so. I think life is out there, and it's right under our nose. And one day, I hope to see its discovery. One theory that I have that makes me kinda sad is that the universe is kind of perfect for closed experiments. If you wanted to experiment with biological life, and you didn't want them to find each other and taint your data, you would set it up so that they were light years away from each other in a universe that's ever expanding away from itself with limitations on how fast you could travel and lifespans that are incredibly short on a geologic timescale. I don't know, random brain dude that just came out, you can eat it if you like, food for thought. Video over. If you like this video, you should like and subscribe and comment. Hit the bell with all notifications. Do everything you can to please keep feeding me robot good boy points. Yes, you gotta let the robots know that I do the funnies and therefore need the Honey's sponsorship. This video is not sponsored by Honey. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have sponsors. Please sponsor me, please. If I just cry, maybe they will. I want to thank all my loyal cult members for shoving robot good boy points down my throat. Because that's very helpful, and I like that. I bet you're wondering why I'm in wherever I am. Frankly, I am too. I really appreciate all the support. As always, like, sub, and hit the bell, and I will see you all in hell. Bye.